friends, welcome back to Lady Lorians. We are so happy and excited this week. We had a great episode and we're so excited to talk about it. And we have our besties from the understudies here, Riley and Will. They've been here before, but they can give us a brief life update if they want. You guys can rock, paper, scissors over who goes first.
Okay, ready? Riley, go.
Oh,
it worked.
That was the shortest game of rock, paper, scissors ever.
It's all about the mind games, y'all.
Hi, I'm Riley. You guys already know that. There's no update. I'm just chilling. Like, hey.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Honestly, I'm in that same boat. It's Will. Everyone knows me. I'm the armor guy. I have lots of helmets. They're pretty cute.
You're so humble. Everyone knows me.
Everyone knows me.
Isn't that the opposite of humble?
He is the
that's a joke.
He's the owner of the Lady Lorian.
I own the Lady Lorian's
He
title.
almost got us, but I literally had to buy our freaking trademark name.
Yeah,
because I was actually scared
for
we
everyone,
were
for anyone
going
that's listening that's not in the loop, I made a joke a long time ago saying that I was going to take over the Lady Lorians, and I Googled if their title, the Lady Lorians, was trademarked or not, and it wasn't. So I was like ready to go buy it, but it was like $50, and I was like, this joke is not worth $50.
You almost did though.
And then I almost did, and then Dodge comes in later and is like, I bought it, and I was like, you spent money on it. And I think that's the best. I think that's the best part of the joke to me is that I made someone else spend money.
We take branding very seriously here.
I know, it was just funny because I didn't expect anyone to like actually put money down, and Dodge is like, I bought it, now you can't. And I was like, oh, okay, I was never going to buy it.
Yeah, Dodge freaked out every time you even joked about it, so she had to do it herself.
I thought we were actually gonna like pull the trigger on it, and I was like, I like texted Lady Lorians. I was like, guys, I need to buy it before he buys it.
Honestly, I was
remember
going
that.
to.
He was going to.
But then I think I bought like a lightsaber or like a helmet, and I was like, okay, that's more important to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad we're not that important.
Yep. Thanks for having me on the podcast.
All right. Oh, also of the regular Lady Lorians, me, Kenzie, Dodge, and Ruthie. We're also here. In addition to Riley and Will.
Guesting.
Yeah, hello.
In case you didn't know already.
Yeah. Imagine the whole podcast is just Will and I talking, and then you guys are just sitting there like...
That was the goal, honestly.
Okay, I think we all know I could talk my own podcast for over an hour, just me talking.
It would be funny if we were on the podcast and just the understudies were talking, and we were just like silently reacting. So the audio people were like, do, no big deal, but then the visual people were like, what the heck?
Yeah, the visual people are like, what?
They're like, what are they doing? They're doing really funny.
That's the good kind of chaos.
Yeah. One day, might as well. One day. Anyway, so we kind of had an episode this week for Book of Boba. Not the Book of Boba, the Book of Mandalorian came out. And obviously we have a lot of opinions. A lot of them.
So I thought it was really great that they introduced this new character, Din. I found this Din character,
or something like that.
I found him very jarring.
Oh god.
Is that
jarring? Is that the one? Was that the one?
No, you can't explain the pun after you say it.
That's the... You know what? Good job, Ruthie. That was good. That was good.
It was good.
I thought of it in the shower.
Oh.
Ruthie's like, this is the one.
You know what? You know what? No, Din Djarin's on my mind in the shower too. Let's be honest.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I was taking a shower,
and with that, it's time to clock out.
No. Okay, listen. I wrote on my shower door with my finger because I was bored in the shower. I was waiting for my conditioner to like do its thing or whatever. I wrote Din Djarin, call me.
As if he's gonna show up in your shower and be like, "Oh, I should call her."
He's like, hey.
I mean,
he
I don't
sees
know,
the message and just leaves.
Maybe he needs to go in there. Maybe he needs to go in there to take a galactic poo, and then he sees it. And he's like,
he
"Oh my
has
god!"
his own toilet.
That is
Oh,
a very
no,
important.
Not anymore.
Wasn't that one of like the
Not
first like
anymore.
actual toilets shown in Star Wars?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
Because
it
everyone was like, "How do they go to the bathroom?" And then the Razor
Which
Crest had
I
a
don't know
toilet.
how that thing works anyway. So
Well, it
It's like
doesn't
a-
anymore. It's
it's like
all
an
just
airplane.
airplane.
No.
Yeah, it's like an airplane.
Like an airplane, yeah.
You guys remember the Twitter account Din's
It probably
Toilet?
just flies out into space.
No, I've
Did
never
you-
heard of that Twitter
No.
account.
There was a
Dude,
Twitter
I
account.
I do remember it. You guys
for
weren't
Din's
like
Toilet.
okay, so I do, but like Riley and Will, you guys probably weren't like
they're innocent.
deep enough into so like
All right, come on.
not like you guys are on like Star Wars sort like
No,
we met each other like the Lady Lawrence met each other deep into Mandalorian.
We're on Star Wars
Stan.
Twitter, but you guys were on Stan Twitter.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
we were in like
Place I dare
Yeah.
not go.
we met deep into Mando Twitter, where like people just made accounts for
hated.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
it
I'm
was
pretty
bad.
sure one of
We-
our haters runs that account,
why-
so we shouldn't give them clout.
That-
I followed an account
um,
called French Anakin. Rest in peace to
Oh my
French
god,
Remember
Anakin.
yes, French Anakin.
It was so.
I remember
oh my god,
him.
the tweets were so funny. He would basically tweet the most outlandish things
Will
as
is like,
Anakin
okay,
with like
I'm
French
leaving.
accented words.
I don't
Wait,
know
do
anything
you
about
guys
this.
did you ever watch the YouTube video where they took the duel from Revenge of the Sith and they put French Siri over it?
No.
And they
No.
like so they wrote out the script for the duel and put it wasn't in French, it was just in a French accented Google Translate voice. And so it was like Anakin and Obi-Wan like in a French accent. And they even had the lightsaber like onomatopoeia, and it was like jouer, jouer, jouer. It's so funny.
Anyways, let's talk about Boba.
Oh, so what we were talking
Or
about the
the
Razor Crest
Mandalorian.
toilet, and then we were talking about French Anakin. Then we
Yeah.
were
Oh,
talking
yes.
about the Google Translate French Anakin Obi-Wan duel, and now we're here.
Okay, well, back to like the episode, you know, because that's like what we're here for, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know. I'm not the one with things to do after this, so.
Okay. Opinions. Are we all like, okay, there's some people that were like, this is the best piece of Star Wars I've ever seen in my entire life besides like Rogue One. Okay, there's those people. And then there's some people that were like, screw Disney, fan service is the worst. I hate fan service. Screw
This
the
was
prequels. That's
fan
what people-
service?
It
I mean,
sure
like-
as hell service to me.
I mean,
I know.
I mean, like it's
It-
okay, but I mean, I felt like this was a very plausible season 3, episode 1 of Mando.
I agree.
I didn't feel like it
mhm.
went out of the way to be extra fan servicey.
I feel like the only
No.
two things that felt fan servicery was the
Job.
BD and the N1.
My
Honestly,
favorite.
Yeah, but those were so like BD, like
Yeah.
that was so
exactly,
subtle.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like people
Yeah.
are complaining about the entire episode's fan service. I would argue that just those last two things are the only like fan servicey
Mhm.
thing. Why can't I not say
Yeah,
that word?
fan service.
Service.
And I mean,
Fan
like,
servers.
And services.
I feel
Yeah.
like
You know,
it's
like
kind
computer
of-
servers.
I feel like it's kind of necessary to like establish like BD droids in other media because like
Yeah.
you know we see R2s and R5s and
Mhm.
G and Ks and stuff all over the place. So
And I'm so glad
know,
they did.
I just wish they
I
would have
don't
given him a
feel
number.
like that was I don't feel like that was inappropriate at all.
I wish they
Mm-hmm.
just gave the BD number or the BD a number, like a unit number, because now I'm gonna be sitting here and I'd be like, I know it's not BD1.
It isn't.
But
The
it-
eyes
but it
are a
could-
little different.
I know, but they didn't give it a number. So I'm like,
Yeah.
what if it's
I feel-
BD1?
I feel like the closest thing we
Yeah.
got to droid fan service was Clink from the Bad Batch because
Yes.
dude,
Yeah.
I
he a
love
G.
that little dude. He's
Yeah.
so cute.
He's so
You know,
cute.
that was fan service. But I mean, this was just like, oh, cool Easter egg. Like, oh, they exist in other places, and Cal Kestis
people-
does not have the last existing BD droid.
Right.
Like,
And
Mhm.
people that aren't familiar with Fallen Order don't know. who
it
that
would go
is.
over their
Yeah.
heads. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the majority of people watching this and stuff wouldn't even pick up on that. So I disagree. I don't think it was fan servicey.
Mhm.
I think like a big problem in Star Wars fandom is that like all of us are so like deep into it that we like forget that there are casual fans who like don't consume every piece
Yeah.
of media.
Exactly.
So they won't pick up on every single reference. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like obviously something that was put in there for fans of Fallen Order to be like, oh,
Mhm.
that's a cool thing. But the
Mhm.
casual fans who don't play the games aren't gonna know.
Exactly. I just feel like fan service and complaining about fan service in general is just such a bogus concept, because I hate that something will happen that people like and they think is cool. And you know the quote that we bring up all the time, no one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. So something will come up that somebody likes and gets excited about, and then they still have to complain about it. Like, you're a fan,
Right.
you're
Yeah.
being serviced, and you're like, I hate that they're, catering to me. Why?
Right.
Like, you're a fan. This
Yeah.
is for you. Like, who
When
else is
I
it
saw
for?
that
Like,
little
enjoy
droid,
it.
when I saw that little droid, oh, how I cried.
I
He
know,
is
I
my
definitely
favorite
saw it and
droid
thought
of all
about you.
time. Oh my!
I
The people
know.
literally texted me, several people after the episode, saying that episode was written for you. Oh my god!
It literally was.
Oh, I was.
It
so,
was.
I was so
With
happy.
Starfighter 2, I was
so
just like,
happy.
oh my god.
my god!
That first
Well,
fight was written for me.
Yeah.
Just
So true.
Din going ham
Yeah,
with the Darksaber.
so
Well,
true.
I was
Love
sitting there and I was
that,
like,
dude.
did he just freaking slice that man in half? I
The
was
man,
like,
the table, the ground.
Yeah.
bro, that
I
was
know it
crazy.
smelled so bad in there.
Nice and
See,
fresh.
but the thing that I love about him, like the thing is, I don't know if he meant to go that hardcore when he cut him in half, but like when he lifts up the blade, now like after seeing the fight with Paz Vizsla, and you're like, oh, the blade's heavy. That's just him trying to hold it, and it just carries itself down into the guy.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's probably sitting there, he's
Did
like,
you
oh
notice-
crap, I just cut him in half.
Yeah, he's like,
The longer,
"Jeez, sorry.
the longer that he fights with the Darksaber, the heavier it gets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you notice that? Lots of people have picked up on that. And I don't know if it's just the fact that it's a weighty weapon or if there's something supernatural.
There's actually a parallel between Din fighting with the Darksaber and Sabine training with the Darksaber in Rebels. I actually have the quote because I was like, oh, I really want to reference that. When Sabine is training with Kanan, she says, the blade feels lighter. And Kanan says, you're connecting with it. And in this latest episode of Boba, Din says, the sword is getting heavier. And the armorer says, you're fighting against it. So it has to do with that whole, like, your sword, your weapon is an extra limb of yourself. And if you're not connecting with it, it's not going to work for you. Kind of like, I don't know if this is like a good, like, simile for that, but wands in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. So he wasn't
that's good.
connecting with it, and that's why it was getting heavier for him.
Yeah, and like everyone is like, oh my gosh, he's not connecting with it because he's distracted. And he's distracted because of Grogu, and so now it's like, how is he? It's the only way that he's gonna truly like get connected with the sword or like not be distracted anymore is to see Grogu, or is he gonna learn how to like fight against that?
I had a tweet. And I was proud of it.
Uh-oh.
It was like a small like dumb theory that I was like, it would be really cool if it happened. But it's that Din goes to see Luke and Grogu, and Luke is like, yo, nice saber, and he's like, thanks, bro. And then they like and basically like he's like, you know what, let me help you use it. And basically Luke,
Yes.
and Luke trains Din, and he's basically like he doesn't tell Din, but he's like, if you can train properly, you can use this properly, I'll let you take the child, because then you can protect him. And like, is the saber gonna get lighter the more Din uses it to like get Grogu back?
If he
into
knows
his
that
care?
if he's good at it, then he could.
Exactly. Like if Luke,
See, okay.
like I can imagine a duel where it's like, I mean, of course they can't let Din beat Luke because it's Luke, but like if they like come to a tie and Luke is just
Where
like,
Luke is,
okay,
like,
you
impressive.
did well, like that was good. You can take the kid. And Grogu goes with Din, and then Din gives him whatever the armorer made for him, and he just like gets to like they just roam the galaxy as a
All right,
father and
guys.
son Jedi. Like,
Next question. Are you asking it?
What do we think he got made? What do we think he made?
I saw so many fun tweets. It was like a
I
chain.
have an idea.
Chain.
it was earrings.
I have an idea.
Earrings. The earrings that go around.
I thought it was going to be like a ball.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. So I have two ideas. I have two thoughts. So So one, we know that Grogu already has the ball from the Razor Crest. Okay, like because Din gave it to him before he left with Luke. But what if he had this ball forged out of Beskar so that Grogu could have a piece of him with him, But then also my other theory was like when babies have like a passy or like a binky and they lose it, so they have to have like a little strap around it.
Oh my god.
What if for the ball? What if for the ball that he already has, Din made a chain so that he can wear the ball and he never loses it?
Made out of Beskar.
And so then, okay,
A Beskar chain. That's styling.
When he wears the chain of Beskar with the ball on it, it will be on his heart. So Din will be in his heart.
Do we have like a real theory at all? Because
Okay, Ruthie, I had a tear. So
My
okay, I thought it was gonna be a little tiny helmet.
Yeah, my two theories are: is it's going to be some form of armor, or it's going to be like pieces for a hilt, for a lightsaber.
Okay, so that's what I thought, Will. I think
armorer.
that it's going to be for I hope he gets a tiny Darksaber.
He did say make armor out of it when he handed her the spear. He said make armor out of it.
But that's the only thing, is that the armorer was like our metal isn't for weapons, which is why I'm like, okay, it's probably not a hilt. Because she would be like, we don't like Jedis. Why would I give them a lightsaber hilt?
I've seen people say chainmail, but that's not really in universe.
Well, that's because like the little scene with like the rings.
Yeah.
Like that's just throwing people off. That B-roll of the rings just like sitting there is just like
Grogu's gonna be freaking.
Grogu's gonna walk up with like brass knuckles of rings and be like, let's go.
Black chrysanthemum,
Go ready to take on.
But no, that was my real theory.
It's a good theory. I like it.
It's a good one.
But you know what made me mad is that she took that whole freaking thick spear of Beskar.
What is in this tiny bag?
I took science, okay? That's not possible. So did she freaking steal all that Beskar?
Oh, I think she kept some of it. Yeah,
freaking
absolutely.
Well, that makes sense.
We've learned Din's in a cult, or was in a cult before he was got.
He's fine with it right at the moment.
Well, no, that makes sense because it was always like you bring back, like you get most of it, but like whatever the coven gets a portion.
But there's no
the cult.
They were like give them to the foundlings, right? There ain't no foundlings no more. They died.
They're gonna go find. They're gonna go like kidnap children like the Empire did.
Oh my god, that kid on the ship with his mom. Make him a foundling. The little baby Rodian. Be like, yo, you wanna join a cult? And the kid's like, no. And then they show Din, they're like, he's in it. And she's like, oh my god, yeah.
Sure, why not? We'll be fun.
Since we were talking about him potentially going to get Grogu from Luke.
He is.
So you know that scene when they're fixing up the N1?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and he asked where the droid port went. They're going to they like covered it up.
There's gonna be a
dig
scene.
that out.
They didn't cover it. They added the bubble over it.
Well, like
the old.
like,
I'm talking like the old style, like World War II bombers, where it's like the little bubble that people stick their heads up. To, like,
yeah. That's why I'm saying like they covered it with the thing. Yeah. And that's why when he saw it, he immediately had that in mind. Oh, Grogu can sit there.
Yeah,
he's a good dad.
He's a good dad.
It's like the McDonald's
that's where his car seat can
place.
go.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god,
like
it
McDonald's, like play place.
Just some gross beady-eyed little kid's gonna come looking out of it, just like
stop.
Are my McNuggets at the table yet?
It's like much. Chuck E. Cheese, like the tubes at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
They don't. Fun fact: they don't have this. They don't have sky tubes at Chuck E. Cheese anymore. I would know because my roommate worked at Chuck E. Cheese.
Well,
no, but okay, but like honestly though, like Grogu's gonna be climbing around that N1 as if he's in those tunnels.
Oh,
yeah.
He's gonna be like, he's gonna have like a little tunnel. In between Din's legs,
Din's
so
gonna be like, stay
here,
here, and he's gonna like put the hatch back on, and Grogu's gonna be like, he's walking.
He's
That would
gonna
act-
steal a piece from the ship and then climb back there where he can't reach him.
Din's gonna start walking away and start getting choked out by Grogu through the glass, just like, come back! Don't walk away from me.
That would be.
Well,
so
also,
entertaining.
people are like, what is he gonna do with his bounties now? Are they he's just gonna decapitate?
I
all of
know.
them?
Where are they?
I would respect that if he does. If
I
he
mean,
just
we
goes
did
and
finally
decapitates
see
them
him
all,
bringing someone in cold, so
that's
Yeah.
true.
Didn't think he had the guts, but he does.
you didn't think he
It's
had
Din
the
Djarin.
guts? Did
Okay,
you just
but he hasn't,
insult
like-
your man?
Whoa. That's not an insult. Vulnerability is a great
Vulnerability, yes, but saying that
No,
someone
No,
would
you
have
you were
the
calling
guts-
him a. You were
Let's
calling
what
him
did we talk
No,
about
you-
last week?
you
We
were
talked
calling
about
him a
Yeah,
coward.
no,
You were calling him a
God.
coward, Dodge.
You
You said if he
called
doesn't
him a
have guts, meaning that
coward.
therefore
You're
you're calling him a
I
backtracking.
coward.
didn't say he was a
now.
coward because he's killed plenty of
Pedal back,
people.
But by
he's
saying
just like-
by saying I didn't think he had the guts, that's implying that you assumed he would have been a
Wow.
coward and
I
not
mean,
have
that
cut
he
his
has
head
a
off.
heart. I was kind of surprised when he decapitated him because he sliced him in half, right? Looked at him full dead. No one. Okay, Maul can come
Well-
back from that, but this guy cannot come back from that. And then
No.
all of a sudden, and then it goes like you see the people in the background and you don't see anything, and they see the other like.
Well, he's not going to drag a half a body back to that lady.
Truing. Yeah.
He's not going to drag the body. He's going to want to bring just the head. He's got to get in the elevator. That one dude in the
Yeah.
elevator with him isn't going to be like, oh, hey. He's going to be like, whoa.
Yeah,
buddy.
imagine his reaction. He would be like, "That's a whole
Yeah.
man."
Hey,
Because-
nice backpack
well, not a
right
whole
there.
man,
Oh,
because
it's a body.
The circular bag with blood dripping out of it is less suspicious.
Yeah, it's green.
He's a Mandalorian. I don't think he cares about suspicions. People are going to look at him and he'll be like, hey, how's it going? I will shoot you.
Yeah.
True.
And then they'll be
You're
like-
dead. You're gone.
They'll do that just like
You're
right person,
done.
like
You're
done.
done. If I see them in the streets, I will decapitate them. That's my
Yeah,
thing.
you-
I don't think you have the guts.
No, I have the guts against them. I'll do it right now. Hold on.
Oh,
I
can't find the
my
Darksaber.
but if I had it near me,
You literally
I
just had it
would-
near you. What do you mean?
it's in my closet underneath my Jesus.
When did it get
clothing.
over there?
It's
Underneath. So Jesus can bless it before you decapitate someone.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Jesus is trying to prevent me. Ugh. But I hate them.
Mine's
I
right
just want to
here.
put that out there. I was
Mine's
like,
over there.
man, the armor is so cool. I love her. She's the best. And then she's like, you're a Mandalorian no more.
She's
And I was like,
awful.
oh, right. You're done. You're canceled.
She needs to
but
chill.
you're
done.
You're
I
done.
still
You're
that
done.
rule is still so weird to me because like when Paz and Din were dueling, there was a point where Paz pushes Din backwards, but he like grabs him like by the neck and pushes him. I'm like, dude, end a duel right there by just taking off his helmet and being like,
Take
"Oh,
off his helmet.
you're ugly,"
Like-
and then like immediately, that's what Paz would be saying to Din.
Ooh,
'Cause
you're
Also-
Paz would not want
Next-
Din to know that he's a good-looking guy. Paz would want to hurt him emotionally, so he'd be like, "Oh, you're so
Dude, I want to
ugly."
know what
Emotionally.
Paz looks like under the helmet.
Okay,
John
I also-
Favreau.
He
I
takes
just
off his
imagine
helmet
John
and
Favreau,
falls in
honestly.
love.
Happy? Happy Logan?
It's
It
John
didn't sound like
Favreau.
him. It didn't
Wait,
sound
it
like
is?
Favreau.
John Favreau voices
It is John
him.
Favreau.
Mhm.
I don't
John
think he's the
Favreau
body
voices him, but it-
actor.
But no,
No,
not
he's
the
not the body
freaking
actor.
body.
He's not.
He's not
no.
built
He's not
like
the body
that,
actor,
dude.
but he voices him. But in this episode, it didn't sound like Favreau. Like it did not sound like Paz in season 1.
It sounded
Look
like
at it
Clone
back,
Wars
it's-
Vizsla. It sounded exactly like
Yeah.
Clone Wars Vizsla. That's the thing. Like when
But
the
he
Darksaber.
also voiced him.
No, I know,
Yeah, he
but
did
like,
voice
but
him.
like I know
But-
he voiced him, but in season 1 and 2 of Mando, like he had like it was like a more like grovelly voice for Paz. But like
Yeah.
when I don't
Yeah.
know why, I don't know if this is actually a thing, but like when that Darksaber came out and like Vizsla had that like he had that like,
His
just, like, that-
ancestors took over him.
literally it
Mhm.
was like he had that old Clone Wars Vizsla voice, and I was just like,
Mhm.
Well, isn't that what the Darksaber can do to you?
isn't that like
Yeah.
the whole story? Like it like changes you.
The
and
whole
crap?
an-
The
his
ancestors,
Darksaber,
like
the
oh,
Darksaber makes your voice animated.
yeah, you turn into your
Try
Clone Wars
a cartoon
version.
character.
It was just when he was talking about his ancestors. It sounded exactly like when Obi-Wan was about to duel Vizsla.
Yeah.
What is his first name? I can't remember it for the life of me right now.
Paz?
No, not Paz.
Free?
No.
Pre-Vizsla.
Pre-Vizsla.
Yeah,
Pre-Vizsla.
when like I couldn't remember
Yeah,
his name
Free.
because Paz was stuck in my brain.
Well,
Pretty
just
cool.
Free.
just
Free
remember
Vizsla.
that pre
Free.
Vizsla
Free.
comes before Paz Vizsla.
Oh, gee.
yeah,
Free.
yeah, but because of the word Paz, my brain was kept wanting to say Paz Vizsla when I'm talking about Pre-Vizsla.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
when Paz was talking about it to Mando and like talking about like his ancestry or whatever that was, that sounded exactly like when Pre Vizsla was talking to Obi-Wan, being like, "My ancestors died for this blade." I was like, that sounded the exact same. I should do a TikTok of that. Put them side by side. Thanks for the idea.
If that goes viral,
I'll put a clip. I'll put a clip to this.
Okay, sounds
or
good.
Dodge, you can make the comment.
End.
You can make the comment.
Not the clip while I'm texting.
No, you can make the comment, Dodge, where you're like, where'd you get this idea? And then I'll just respond to that
And then you'll
with
do
a
edit.
video. Yeah, of course.
I thought it was really cool that we got a real mention of Tar Vizsla. The Mandalorian who's also a Jedi, because I didn't know if they were gonna like retcon that.
Yeah. Because like still like no one in that just watches the live action doesn't know anything about the Darksaber. Like they like
or
are aware of it now,
Mandalorians.
but they don't. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And so this episode did do a really good job of like describing the background of the Darksaber and then showing the video of the bird and stuff.
In some aspects, because it was very biased.
I think Kenzie has something to say. Me, an empath, sensing Kenzie has something to say.
No. Can we talk about getting to see the glassing?
The
what? A Mandalore.
You mean Terminator?
Oh, you mean my background?
The Purge?
The Purge?
Well, the
The
Purge.
Night of a Thousand
Mandalorian
Tears.
Purge.
The Night of a Thousand Tears.
Yeah, that that was emotional.
That was a
I was
lot.
like, K2SO, just kidding.
See, I sat there and I was like, "Oh, this isn't emotional," because I was sitting there going, "This looks so cool."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it would have been.
It was horrifying in a good way.
I wasn't sad. I was
I
like,
know.
"That's so cool. How did they do that?"
Yeah.
Well, if they showed, because they just showed the helmets, like the leftover helmets, but if they showed like details of like people dying, I would have been way
I wanted
more
to see
emotional.
like the arm, like the classic arm sticking up out of the rubber. I was like,
Oh my
I
god.
thought like I have in this picture the probe droids with the searchlights. Dude, that was kind of one thing.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was good. And then the droids going through.
yeah, just
Yeah,
shooting
they
everybody.
really that just like how much effort they put in and just making sure Mandalore was down. It was like that kind of hurted.
Just like getting to see it in live action versus like.
See, well, that's the thing. Is Mando season 3 going to go more in depth into the Purge?
Because
are we going to see clones?
Yeah,
We
because
better
the
see
armorer
clones.
had her like idea of it, and then we're probably going to hear Bo's idea of it.
Yeah.
Because
oh my god,
because the armorer is kind of
yeah.
If we see
leader?
Bo-Katan, if we see Bo-Katan go off on clones during Order 66, that would be so sick. I mean, I love clones. I don't like watching them die, but I would be fine with that.
I would love that.
Ooh, and then in the middle of the
abhor
fighting,
death.
she sees Costco Reeves across the courtyard fighting, and then she turns and sees beautiful Mr. Axe Woves across the courtyard.
True.
And then that's how they like come into their little trio.
So true.
Give me more Axe
So
Woves.
true.
I don't care what you need to do.
Where is Axe Woves?
Okay.
Is
You
he
need
safe?
more Costco Reeves. I should
No,
have asked.
she already got 2 episodes. Mr.
No,
Woves
I
only
don't
got
care.
1.
I don't care. I should have when I saw Sasha Banks at Horror Nights, I should have been like, "Hey Queen, so can you break your NDA and tell me if you're coming back to Star Wars?"
Give me Axe.
Yeah.
I just want to also say, since we saw the Purge, we saw the fate of Quirky Kreese.
Stop.
Little
Stop.
Kenobi
Oh, seven.
Riley, I'm gonna need you
Do
to
not-
leave.
Do not speak.
Little Kenobi's
07.
dead, everyone.
Yeah.
That's
No.
Which
I-
sucks
Moving
because
on.
literally
No.
a few days before the episode premiered, I was talking about my theory with my friends on a Zoom call. And we were
I
so
refuse.
excited to see that. And maybe he's going to be in Kenobi. No.
I
will
refuse to
not
accept.
be.
I refuse to
Maybe
accept.
And
Maybe-
that is
maybe
why,
he
but
just,
no,
like,
that is why
hop,
Bo
skip, and
said,
jump.
I am Bo-Katan Kryze, the last of my line.
Because he goes by Quirky Kenobi now.
What if she doesn't know? You know, what if she just doesn't know? You know, and he just escaped and she thought.
In
Don't
Star
give me
Wars,
hope.
no one's ever really dead, so I just
no
don't
one's ever
believe
really
it.
gone.
That's true.
Stop. Stop it.
Maul literally got chopped in half and came back, so I'm gonna
As
just.
a spider.
So you're saying the
so-
butcher in the beginning is going to come back?
Oh, absolutely. It's just going to be his
Yeah.
head.
It's
Like,
going to be his
yeah.
head on like a little spider thing walking around.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
And it's
All
going to
we
be like cryogenically frozen,
Mhm.
but he
It
can
is
still
Disney.
talk. Yeah, of course it is
Yeah.
Disney. He's going to look like
Yeah.
Sir Walt Disney himself on
His
little
frozen
spider
head.
legs.
I'd pay to see that.
I just.
All right.
I just. Let's never speak about Quirky.
Because he's
I'm
dead.
so
Okay.
sorry. It was
I
just
have
some
a
closure
request.
that I didn't want, but got instead.
As we
Yes,
near
Ruthie?
the final segment of our podcast, I really do 'cause
Nearing it,
I'm
babe.
totally. I have a request.
Mhm.
I know that all I've been talking about this week, and all I've seen anybody talk about is Din and Din specifically.
Mhm.
But really, as we go into the last 2 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, I really want to talk about our predictions for how Din and Boba's stories are going to intersect from here on out.
Mhm.
So everyone's been saying, Boba, nobody respects you. You're a bobussy and you need some muscle. And sorry, can I not say that on this show?
It's understudies. It makes
Whatever. Okay.
Hunter would say. That's why it caught me off guard.
That was
Like
good.
nobody respects you and you need muscle. So Din is coming in to be the muscle. Like what do we think is gonna come of that?
Real quick. I don't think Din's gonna be in the next episode. I think we're not gonna see the whole Grogu part. I don't think we're gonna
not the
see
Grogu
that.
part. No.
I don't think we're gonna see the Grogu part and all this stuff, and I think the next episode is gonna be something else, preparing for war or something, and then Din comes in at the very end of it, maybe, or in the last episode.
I would agree with that.
Mhm.
Because like
Yeah.
if Din was to like go and see Luke and Grogu, that would completely steal the episode. Like
Yeah.
in all. And Disney's
That'll be for
very
season 3, I
smart.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Disney's very smart, so I feel like they're not going to show that part and focus more on Boba, and then Din comes at the very end, and then in season 3 of Mando, maybe they'll have like a flashback or whatever of what happens in there, so it focuses more on Mando. But
I've been
that's
waiting,
what I
Riley.
think.
Hold on.
Okay,
Hold
I'm
on,
waiting.
Riley, one
I'm
sec,
waiting.
okay.
I'm waiting.
I agree with you, Dodge, because I think what they're going to do with the next episode is they're going to do what Boba was doing while Mando was doing all of his stuff alone. Like, I figured that's what they're going to do. And at least like halfway through the episode, then he'll show up. But I would not be surprised if they used like a post-credit scene at the end of Boba, at the end of Book of Boba, to set up season 3 of Mando and have him showing up to Luke in that and getting everyone hyped for season 3 by doing like the end credit scene.
That's a really good theory.
Because I don't think
That's solid.
that would piss people off. I don't think that would make people mad if they were like, "Oh, blah blah blah." They're wasting an entire episode on him, and like I do understand it from like the representation standpoint for Tamora Morrison and all that. But like, I don't think people remember that these shows are supposed to be intertwined and they're supposed to be flowing with each other like a river, like they're moving together.
Yeah,
there's no doubt Boba's going to show up in Mando season 3. I have no doubt in my mind about that, unless he somehow dies at the end of Book of Boba.
Yeah.
Which is
I
not
don't think
going to
Kind
happen.
of be a waste.
I think there's
Exactly,
going to be
exactly.
another season of Boba.
That's the thing is, I think they're going to use him. and
Remember
just
the
put him
first
into everything else.
episode that we recorded about Boba where I said that Boba was gonna die?
He has a son now. He has a baby Rancor. He can't die.
I
Yeah.
know.
Well,
He's a
He has
father.
a higher calling.
He has his own
Piggybacking-
Grogu.
Piggybacking off of what Will said about how we're probably going to see like what Boba was doing while Din was doing all of his stuff. Obviously, there's a lot of pikes. Only Din is not going to be enough.
Yeah.
Are we going to see? Now, this is just a hypothetical. I don't know if it would work. An olive branch between him and the Night Owls being like, listen, agree to disagree for now, but help, please.
That's very valid, actually. I did not think of that.
And then in Mando season 3, Boba comes in and helps with the potential siege of Mandalore. In return like as an I owe you.
No, wait a minute. Why did I
totally
think
dodged his
about
mind.
that? Because okay, that makes complete sense that like that Fennec would go see Din, and that's why the episode was so. But like then Boba is going to do his own thing and finding more people, and I think that would be a shocker to a lot of people because we haven't seen hints of that in the series or anything. So
And
that
since he wants to
rule
with respect, that's why he goes personally to talk to Bo-Katan.
That would make sense.
Yeah, I
Instead
feel
of
like we
sending
really
Fennec.
need to take. I feel like we really need to take into account everything that has been like in dialogue and the tropes and things in the show that have been repeated. Because if anything has been repeated, it is a setup and it's going to have a payoff. So far, some of the main tropes we've had repeated are I want to rule with respect, I don't want to rule with fear, and right now I'm not respected, and so I have to find this balance between intimidation and you know, and respect and peace. And so we do need to think about how all those setups are gonna pay off, because I think they're gonna have very concrete payoffs because they've been, you know, shoved down our throats so many times now. It's like, okay, we get it. Like, but they really want us to get it for a reason.
Yeah.
This is going to be literally a power team going into the finale, if that's true.
Oh yeah.
Because like, oh my god, like just
Hopefully
think of
more
them.
axe woves.
Please
Yeah, I mean-
pray for Axe Wolves.
They're like, no, Axon's
He's
died.
safe,
They're
he's
really
alright.
like,
If they give him an
How
off-screen death,
dare
or they're like,
you.
"Oh, he's off doing his own thing," I'm gonna be so upset.
Oh my god.
I'll be
But,
upset.
like-
I'll boycott Star Wars for a couple
like
days.
that
For a
and
couple
that.
days, yeah.
I feel like we were spoiled so much in the Mando season 2 finale of just like seeing everyone like come together and like go for Grogu, all this stuff. And so like even though I really want that to happen in this one, I feel like it could also be like maybe too much of a, maybe they'll bring in a different character. Maybe
Axe Wolves, because he wasn't in the season 2 finale.
So true. So
sorry,
true.
sorry.
He's literally
Just
the
Axe
only
Wolves.
person.
He personally calls Axe Wolves and he's like, no, only you, babe. Come in.
I would.
And he's like, all right.
I'd say that too. I'd be like, "What's up, baby?"
What's up,
Who are
baby?
you?
What's for
Dodge. Who, if it wasn't them, who are you implying would be the other people that would come in?
Bruh, I don't know.
The Bad Batch.
Okay, because like people are always like,
They're
bro,
fighting
the freaking
Pikes.
if the Bad
They're
Batch
fighting
shows up,
Pikes.
let me
Sid
tell you,
hates the
let
Pikes.
me tell you, if Hunter
If they're
makes his
alive.
live action just shut up.
Anyways,
It's so funny because I think I
They're
said
just
that on our
old,
Bad Batch
dude.
episode.
Anyway, no.
They're
Okay.
old,
The
but they're
most
holding
important.
on to faith.
No, the most important thing I need out of next episode is Din meeting up with the Power Rangers and them looking at him and making some comment about how chrome he is. I feel like that
Yeah,
needs
he's
to
gonna
happen.
be like,
They're gonna look at
Yeah.
their
Aren't
bikes
you
and
a
just be
little
like, "Yo,
shiny?"
what'd you clean your helmet with?"
I mean,
Like,
I don't know
that'd be
if
great.
you all, I don't know if our guests regularly keep up with our podcast, but on our first episode
Yeah.
after our hiatus, I said, the Robert Rodriguez pilot, I said that the weapons of like the assassins that came up to Finnick and Boba in the street and the blue lightning that came out of them was very Power Rangers-esque.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
critter at the end. The monster that he had to fight was
Yeah.
very Power
I have
Rangers-y.
so much for. Oh, I love the Power Rangers.
we had
I'm
such
so
a
down for
deep
this.
conversation about that.
You should have had me on
monster
that
and how-
episode.
How
I love
ugly
this.
it
I'm
was.
literally
I
preaching a
wonder
Power
how he's
Rangers
doing.
helmet right
Oh,
now.
wait, yeah.
Vouch.
dead.
Yeah.
Um,
Who's
Also,
dead?
the monster.
Oh.
Gone but not forgotten. But
Oh, sorry.
also,
Forgotten.
like, I still am holding on to hope of Crimson Dawn. I'm still holding on to hope.
Oh, if Boba goes
So-
to Kira and is like, "Yo,
Yeah,
what's up, girl? How
that's
you
what I was
doing?"
thinking.
That's
too,
what
'cause, I
everybody
mean,
keeps citing. Do you
Mhm.
think that
People-
Kira and Crimson Dawn could come in season 3 of Mando if they don't have a place in Book of Boba Fett?
I don't
I
know
don't
because I
know.
feel
I don't
like
know if it
season
would-
3 is going to focus primarily on the siege of
Mandalore.
Mandalore.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't
I
know where
think
they
it
would
would be-
fit in.
Yeah, I think it would fit really well if Crimson Dawn works with Boba, because that will show like that will help Boba's story, because it's kind of like we don't really know where Boba's going to be set up next, and I think the Crimson
Yeah.
Dawn working them being like vigilante type
Mhm. And Din doesn't care about crime syndicates. He could not care less.
Yeah.
He's only
Yeah.
doing this,
For his son.
for his son. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still holding a hope onto them because I think that would just be so cool seeing them finally back in action and stuff.
Mhm.
So,
Well, wasn't it like a rumor that Han Solo is going to appear in Book
What?
of Boba?
Yeah. That
There
was
were
a rumor.
like speculations and rumors that Han Solo was going to appear in Book of
What?
Boba. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like, if Crimson Dawn shows up and Kira shows up, what if like Kira is that one thing aside from Ben that drove the wedge between between Leia and Han? Like, what if she's like, "Yo, why you talking to her, my guy?"
if we see Alton and Rich.
What a good guy, man!
I love that man.
That's my
If
next
we
cosplay.
See him,
Is Solo Han Solo?
if we see that man, I am apologizing
you understand.
now for the woman I will become. If we see or Cobb Vanth, people are
Dodge.
Oh, mm.
Dodge. The thing you guys don't understand is how much Dodge loves Solo.
I love Solo.
I love Solo
I-
too.
Solo's
Same.
great.
Yeah, I
Oh
agree.
We
it's
all
so
love
fun.
Solo.
Mhm.
No,
It gets
Dodge
too much hate.
came
Amelia
to
Clark is
my
in it, come on.
apartment last year. The first time I meet her in person, she comes
Look
to
at
my
her face.
apartment. This is the first thing that gets put on the television.
Good.
That's fair.
Solo
I
and
love
Rogue
them,
One are
man.
honestly my favorite films to just put on because
Mhm.
there's
They're
no
so
big like
good.
you don't have to
Yeah.
watch anything
Yeah.
before or after. It's
I
just like
agree.
that movie.
That's what I put on at the store when I'm not watching like actual Skywalker Saga.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like also Alden got so like he got roasted big time from
Undeserved.
Solo, and so
Undeserved.
But he did so good. He did
did
so
great.
good. But I feel like people like him now. Like I feel like at the very when it first got released, people were like, I don't
That's
really
how
like
it
It's
this
be.
flavor.
It's the Andrew Garfield effect.
It's
Yeah.
yes,
It's the
it's
Hayden
the
Christensen
classic
effect.
hating
Yep.
Star Wars thing. So like I
What a guy
think if
hating
he makes an
Christensen.
appearance,
Mm.
if he
Mm.
makes
What a
an
great
appearance.
So
What
true.
about him?
You
So
shouldn't have told me
true.
that because now I'm only going to be thinking about him. And also, people think Cobb Vanth is coming back. So
That
if
would
we
make
see,
sense.
if we see freaking Solo,
Amazing.
Cobb
Going on
Vanth,
the
Boba,
Cobb.
and Din in one frame,
I mean, Cobb Vanth is probably
will
still on Tatooine, and he was like,
yep.
yo, Mr. Tin Man, you need anything, let me know."
He wasn't going.
He just doesn't
anywhere.
have the armor anymore. He's just vibing.
Well, yeah, but
he's
like,
fine. He
Ooh,
has
but
his
imagine a
fan
Cobb
base.
Vanth where it's like
wait, you
his own
guys!
armor.
You guys, they're
What?
on Tatooine. Din doesn't know anybody on Tatooine but Cobb Vanth. And do you remember? No. But do you remember that whole episode was about Din and Cobb banding together? Well, he knows Pelly. It was about Din and Cobb banding together to. Did I say something wrong?
You just dropped the
Wrong?
biggest F-bomb of the episode.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even notice. I'm sorry. No.
There's your clip for the trailer. There's your clip for the trailer.
I need you to
just leave
please
me
leave that
out.
in.
Just
I need
the-
you to leave
just
everything in. and
Bleep
just
it,
bleep
bleep
over
it, but leave it because it's Ruthie. It's when you said it, everybody just went.
No, I thought you guys. I'm sorry. I got excited.
Dodge,
thought
I
you
am
were
begging you
laughing
to
at me
leave all
because
of
I
this
was
in and just
wrong.
bleep
Bleep
over
it,
it.
but leave it.
Please.
I'll bleep
Please
it. I'll
leave
bleep
it.
it.
That's just so
This
funny.
too. Leave all of it.
No, because you were so
thing is,
passionate.
you were so
and I was,
passionate about it.
I
and
was
we're all
on
like,
board. I was like, let's
Yeah, me
keep
too.
going. And you
Yeah.
dropped that, and I was like, yes.
Yes.
I didn't even realize. I thought you guys were laughing at me because I was wrong. I thought you
No,
guys were
no,
like, "Din was
no.
not on Tatooine, dumb." Like, okay.
Let's back up here.
Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, so Din only knows Cobb.
Well, okay. They're trying to like fight the Pike Syndicate, and like Din is on Tatooine. The only people he knows on Tatooine are Pelimato and Cobb Vanth. And so, like the last time that Din was with Cobb Vanth, like they banded together to like meet a common goal. And so I feel like he's gonna be like, I got my buddy Cobb Vanth.
Oh,
And then Cobb Vanth's gonna be like, "That's my armor." It's like, no, it's not.
No, that's actually perfect, Ruthie. I'm gonna go off of that. That's actually perfect because now Cobb
you.
Vanth and those Tusken Raiders are now going to be buddy because they killed the sandworm together. So Boba's going to show up. Boba's going to show up and be like, "I knew this
Big
band of
brain.
Tusken Raiders," and then they're going to be like, "Oh, those were like our brothers." And then they're going to be like, "Cool," and that's how everything's going to get rolled into one burrito.
Big brain.
Oh,
Really?
I love burritos.
Boom. Because Boba's gonna roll up and be like, "I recognize your symbols. I recognize these your wear. I recognize it. I fought with them. They trained me. Look at my gaffy stick. Isn't it cool? Wow."
And Boba knows how to speak Tusken Raider.
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be such a funny scene.
Figured it out.
I want a scene now where Din shows up and starts going like, and Din's like doing all the hand motions, and Boba walks up and is like, and he's like talking, and Din's just like.
He's like, I'm working here.
He's like, "All right, that's fine. Take my thunder, buddy."
You guys, we literally just predicted the rest of the series.
Watch this. Absolutely nothing.
It's not going to be right. It's not going to. If it is, that's awesome. If it is, I want it to be, but it's not going to be.
That makes so much sense.
It makes sense.
It makes
that's
too
why
much
it's not gonna be
sense.
that.
That's why it won't.
It would literally be like everyone on Tatooine versus the Pikes. It'd be like a civil war. Oh,
Period.
love it. That'd be
hey.
crazy.
God.
Could
Sorry, I
mention
got
something?
really excited. Yes.
Yes.
I just want to say the growth that Din has gone from no droids to saying thanks, little buddy.
Thanks, little buddy.
Yep.
I literally tweeted about this.
Hello? You just have pictures of people ready? Just ready?
Justin. He looks at me every day.
Hayden Christensen.
Actually, he looks at me while I sleep. That's kind of weird.
He looks at you while you
Now that I think
change
about that.
dodge.
That's so funny.
No, I cover his eyes. I put like my little thingy over his eyes so he can't see.
Right.
I have so many things that watch
But-
me sleep.
Yeah.
That's another
Like my
issue.
roommate.
Stop.
Stop.
No, I'm kidding. He wouldn't do that. I watch him.
Hold up.
He sleeps in the living room. It's hard not to.
I feel like this podcast is gonna be used for evidence one day.
No, I love my
God.
roommate. I would never
I'm
hurt
gonna
him.
be like, that's not me.
You guys, I am really,
Your brain is still in our theory, isn't it?
yeah. The whole Cobb Vanth thing and the Tuskens. Din's gonna be
makes
like, "Oh my
sense.
god, I know these guys."
It makes sense because
I know,
I feel like
yes.
Boba's gonna be like, "I was the last survivor of this clan,"
Mhm.
and they'll be like, "Okay, you're chill. You
What
don't
if,
have a
like,
mask
all
and
the
you're
Tusken-
old, but that's weird."
Well, also, it just like it would show a lot because remember when the Tuskens were talking to Boba about like the history of the Tusken Raiders and like how they're different tribes now, but like Boba can come together and like reunite the tribes for one common cause, you know, and it would
Wait,
kind of be like this
yeah.
like evolution of
Mhm.
like the tribes all coming back together in order to save their land and to save their planet, and it would be like,
Okay.
wow.
Piggybacking off of what Dodge said, a couple of my coworkers have told me about this theory that the warrior that taught Boba how to use the gaffy stick is
Mommy
still
Tusken?
alive because they never saw her body. And you know what they say about never seeing a body. So what if she goes to this new tribe of Tuskens and she's there?
She's the
Wait,
leader
you
of
guys,
them.
you guys.
Wait.
You guys, I just had an idea.
That's why I
I
did
just had an
the
idea.
I saw Will
What
react and I
if-
was like, wait.
Okay, what if the Tuskens only were accepting of Din because they recognized his armor from Boba Fett?
Shut up.
Wait, Boba didn't have his armor, did he?
Yeah, he did. Oh
No, I thought the Jawas took it.
Ah!
We're getting too deep. See, okay, us writing these episodes is so much better than all of those like Peter Parker sees tells his
my
the one
God.
that I think it was like Soups tweeted it or like retweeted it. It was like
Yes.
Peter
He
Parker
did it.
drops off his
Yeah.
kid named May at school, and the kid and May is like, "I want to invite a friend over," and then the other kid comes running with his mom, Mary Jane. And Peter's like, "Oh, what's your son's name?" And she's like, "It's Peter. I
Peter.
don't know why though." And it's like,
Yeah.
What is going
God.
on?
Wait.
God.
Okay, I do have a thought though that could be logical.
Okay.
Boba said that he spent years with the Tuscans, you know?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
5-year gap.
The Tuscans are a people who are really rooted in culture and tradition and things being passed on from clan to clan, from family to family.
Mhm.
And so I feel like there very well could have been some sort of conversation between Boba and the Tuscans about how he had armor that was meaningful from him and it belonged to his father. And I'm sure that the Tuscans are familiar with that and that being an important part of Boba's life. And there could very well be a chance that like they helped him look for it at one point, you know, or like, you know, like I feel like they would be aware of it. So maybe it was described to them, or I don't know. Like I still wonder if there's a connection there between the Tuscans accepting Din and maybe having some level of familiarity with Boba Fett and his background.
Maybe that isn't
Yeah.
when he went with Fennec. Maybe that's not the first time he went back to the Sarlacc to look for it.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
See, my thought
Yeah.
process here is Din is going to be the little bit of glue between Boba and Cobb, because they both have their own groups of Tusken now. So my assumption is that like Din will be like, "Hey, Cobb, this is Boba," and then they talk, and then they're like, "Yo, Clan 1, this is Clan 2," and then they talk. Like I figure like that's how it's going to end up being. But
What a team up.
ooh,
This is
I'm so
crazy.
excited. I'm so excited.
Bro, I'm gonna be so
sad when
disappointed
this
if it's
doesn't
watch
happen.
it just be
Exactly.
Din. Watch it just be Din, Boba, and Fennec. And they're like, let's take down this.
Oh, but if
You know
anything that we've said does happen, ooh, the clippability of it. Ooh.
Oh.
Yum. Me and Ruthie just freaking out over this one theory, and it's going to be like 10% true, and we'll be like, "We called it.
We called it.
Yeah,
all
you just have to
us.
clip the. You just have to clip the parts that were right.
No,
The-
it's literally
I'll
going to be
just-
cut apart.
it'll be like
what?
10 2-second clips.
And
Comment.
if that warrior Tusken like does show up, it's just me going,
The warrior Tusken is probably going to be the leader of the other clan.
yes.
She's going to roll up and be like, "Yo, y'all don't know how to fight." And like, what if that's how Boba, like, if she's like, "Yo, this guy got armor on. I don't know who he is." And then he like takes his gaffy stick and she's like, "I kind of remember that." And then he starts doing like the movements that she trained him around the fire that they were all doing.
She's like, son.
If he starts doing that
Son.
and she's like,
My son.
she's like, "Yo,
Son.
stepson, how you doing, boy?" And then she
how you
starts
doing?
doing it with him. That's what that's how
I
they
don't know.
talk, right?
Well, here's also the thing.
Yeah, kind
But
of.
if she's alive, I wonder if she's alive if she holds Boba responsible for what happened. That's also a thing because Boba is the reason why they died. Like because he stole their bike. So I'm like, what if she obviously what if she thinks it's like a setup or something that like he put them in that position and now they died and so now she doesn't count him as one of her own.
Wait, but then holy crap.
Ruthie!
Ferret.
We've been doing this.
Sorry.
I thought I'd be the one to do it.
I just had a thought. Then there would be a very clear parallel between Boba and Din and them being exiled by people that they trusted. Because
Shut up.
Din is being betrayed by his convent and the armorer. And then Boba would be being betrayed by the Tuscans. But then Boba and Din have each other and they hug.
Found family.
And they hug.
And they
And
hug.
they hug with the Rancor.
Oh my god.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
My theory is love.
Love
Honestly,
brings us all
Love.
together.
Wow.
honestly, Grogu Din, pure love. So you're not wrong.
Pure love.
My theory is Din Luke. What? Oh, who was that?
You are the queen of Din Luke. Okay.
Anyway.
That was just
Anyways.
playing over the purge in your background.
Nothing says love like the purge.
You heard it here,
Aw.
folks.
God.
Nothing says love.
But
like the
yeah,
bird.
nothing says love like. Any last thoughts before we head out?
If Luke shows up in either episode, it is going to be a night of 1,000 tears for me.
Okay.
My final thoughts are: give the show creators a break. Just give them a
Yes.
break. Stop being mean to them.
So true.
Yes.
Just stop. Just be happy you're
Be
getting
nice.
anything. Sorry,
Mhm.
Boba Fett doesn't match the description you had in your mind of your tattoo on your shoulder from 10 years ago. But like, calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Let him be an
Breathe.
actual character.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You'll be okay.
Near-death experiences change people.
Mhm.
That man
So true.
changed, whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, don't
Wah,
watch.
wah.
Just
Don't
don't watch.
watch.
Then leave. Peace
Mhm.
out. Thank you, friends, for watching this week. We got really excited, obviously, and had a bunch of spontaneous theories and lots of things to talk about. I know this was a blast for me, and I hope it was a blast for our guests and a blast for
Absolutely.
our viewers and our listeners. Thank you again for joining us and sticking with our craziness. We appreciate you. Thumbs up all around for our viewers. And we are really excited to see what's to come and to see what theories come true and which ones fall out. And we will see you guys next time.
Oh,
And
wait.
What?
Oh,
Wait,
Riley, where can we find you?
I got to plug. I got to
Wait,
plug
what's that?
myself.
Oh yeah.
They got to
My
plug. They
bad.
got to plug.
All right. So Will and Riley are going to plug their socials for us, and you can find the Lady Lorian socials on the screen. Hopefully Dodge is gonna. Yeah, there we go.
Ooh.
We're just
Hey.
Lady Lorians on all formats.
Will and Riley.
Yeah, Will and Riley.
You go first this time.
Okay,
take
I was going
stage.
to. Instagram and TikTok, Will Bros Inc. right here. Oh, I don't like that my screen isn't mirrored. It's right here. It's exactly spelled like that. Every platform. I got lucky with the username too. Every
Yeah.
platform is Will Bros Inc. Go follow
Yeah.
me, please. I need friends.
Original.
Riley.
Instagram is
I know.
It's not mirrored.
This is my Instagram handle. It's also my Twitter handle minus the TTE because I have a long middle name. But
Riley
that's
Could
where
you
you can
say
find
it?
me.
Could you say it out loud for our
Riley Antoinette, or on Twitter it's Riley Antoine, basically. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Thank you for joining us, guests. We love you. Our dear
you for
friends,
having
our
us.
understudies.
Also,
We had
please
so much
leave
fun.
us an Apple Podcast review. I beg every week, and every week I'm disappointed, but maybe this will be
Do it for me. Do it for me.
maybe this will be the week that someone gives us a new review because it's been a while.
We
And
check it every day.
last
Don't,
week
don't
I made
sound
such,
desperate. Don't sound desperate.
I made
guys. Come on.
such a good
We
offer
are
telling
desperate.
people to do it, and I would shout them out on Instagram, and no one did it. But
I
The
would like
offer.
to also propose.
I'll do it. I'll
even
take
if-
a shout out.
Even if you've made a review before,
you
make a
have
burner
so
account
many
and
more followers
it
than
out.
us.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know what?
all
You
right.
leave me a good review and I'll give you a shout out.
On that
Do you have an Apple Podcast for me to review? I'll go do it right now.
Yes, Lady Lorians.
on that
Thank
note,
you.
our friends.
She's like, on that note.
No, I was supposed to be doing an
Ruthie has to
outro.
go. Okay.
Um,
Sorry, continue, Ruthie.
Bye. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Be sure to follow our socials and comment down below your own theories
my
for the
God.
coming episodes of Book of Boba Fett. Bye.
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 Bye.